Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'm going to tell you about my January 2019 monthly review. I'm going to do this monthly review every single month, so here we go. This is for January. Get ready. So January was a really good month for me in terms of getting started off, and I want to make that clear because as you'll see later on in the video as I explain things more, it might be a little bit of a turn-off to begin with for people who are new to this, but it's expected. At least for me, I expect this to happen. So what I mean is, my month in review, for the most part, I sold out, so my expenses were $201 and a couple cents of change. Sorry for that noise, bus traveling by. My income, on the other hand, my gross income was $212 and change. So right off the bat, you would think, hey, good job, you made some money. But that's the difference between gross and net. My net income, I actually lost about $66 for the month. And let me explain why that is. So I started a reselling business online, selling items on eBay, Amazon, Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, LetGo, any of the major apps, marketplace apps. I've been trying to make accounts and getting them up and running. The hardest thing to do in the beginning is to get recognition, is to really secure that base and foundation and get your name out there to promote yourself. That's the hardest part. And that's the whole reason why I made this channel, actually, was because it's all a part of the branding and marketing strategy, right? So you want to brand yourself and you want to promote yourself to a way that everybody from any social media platform, they could see if they type in this name, this username, or this market, they could check you out and they can see that you're all linked and across the spectrum, per se. So I think that's important, and that's something to note moving forward. So in the beginning, obviously, when you don't have any promotional ratings, you don't really have a fan base, you don't have a following, it's hard to really make up that income right from the start, unless you have, tremendous items that you are prepared to sell, or you have a ton of money that you're starting with, a ton of capital that you can invest in marketing, actual marketing campaigns, which I didn't do. I chose to start with $200, and I wanted to see where it goes. That way I'm not making a huge investment, and it could turn out profitable in the end. The other thing that really makes it, I guess, it wasn't as good of a month as it could have been. I didn't list everything that I have in my inventory right now on eBay. It's just I didn't have the time. I'm doing this on the side. As I said, I'm not trying to do this as a full-time eBay reseller or a reseller in general. I have a full-time job. I have a life. I have, like I said, I have a house, a relationship that I got to take care of. There are other priorities in my life that take a higher status than reselling. So I'm trying to promote this for you guys as well. I want to experience what this is like on the side, right? I want to make some extra money with doing as little work as possible. That's the whole point of traveling earner. That's why, wow, that was my windshield wipers. It's brutally cold in the Northeast, guys. Brutally cold today. Where was I? What was I saying? Oh, okay. So what I was getting at was that I have a lot of other inventory that I didn't list yet, just because I don't have the time. So, and also there are things that I ordered on eBay that haven't come in yet. So I one of the strategies, and I'll get to this in a future video, is buying things on auction that are about to end at a very cheap price and then reselling those for a higher price. Now, one of those items came in actually yesterday, and I didn't really like the quality of it too much. I thought it would have been a lot better than it actually is. So I'm honestly just contemplating not even listing that. And if I do, maybe it'll be for a couple pennies for anybody else that wants to try and resell it. But I digress. So my net income for the month was down $66. A big part of that was the shipping costs. Shipping, if you decide to do this, you will see that shipping will kill you in the beginning. If you don't get a marker on it quickly, it can really come back to bite you. I made a couple mistakes this month with shipping, with not charging people enough or just underestimating how much the shipping cost would be, and I suffered for that. There was a couple items that I sold that were actually heavier or just bigger than what I expected the post office to say they were, and I had to pay extra money for shipping that I wasn't ready for. And at that point, I can't go back to the customer and say, hey, look, I messed up, can you give me some extra cash? No, I just got to eat that. And I think, to be respectful for everybody, you have to be honorable, and you have to be honest with yourself and with what you sell. So, I made the mistake, so I got to eat that. And that's my fault. But it's all a learning experience, so in the future, now I know, hey, for these heavier items, maybe I sell more, maybe I list it for a higher price, maybe I don't list it for free shipping, maybe I don't charge. What I was doing actually was I was just charging people a fixed shipping rate cost. So I usually put in, like, if it was a big item, I would put a fixed rate of $15 or a fixed rate of $10. And some of the items, I don't have a scale at home either, so that's something else that I have to invest in. I'm trying to do this on a, like I said, as an average Joe. I don't want to go and invest hundreds of dollars into equipment and inventory for all of this to fail, and then I'm left with giant scales that I don't want to, I can't get rid of. So I'm trying to do this just from experience and mental memory. So, and that's understandable. That's what's going to happen, is that I'm gonna mess up a couple times, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that in the beginning, and I just go from there. But I think in the future, moving forward, the meat and potatoes of this video, going forward, I'm definitely going to stick with the reselling side of things, as well as the app GigWalk that I mentioned in my last video. Those two were definitely the biggest income earners. GigWalk was still kind of low, but in the beginning, when I'm just starting off this reselling thing, it helped tremendously, dampen that net loss that I had. It definitely would have been a lot higher, and maybe in the hundreds of dollars, if I just would have just went right to eBay reselling. So I'm happy that I did find that app, and I'm happy that I'm using it, and I'm going to keep using it in the future until my reselling business gets up and running. And after talking to a couple people, the consensus is that it takes about 6 months or so to really get your foot in the door and really get going in terms of income. So just wanted to give that little update to you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like and subscribe button below. You'll get future content updates in the future, and I'll be able to better gauge what kind of content that I should create, what advice I should give. And yeah, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week. See you later.